What if I told you that the loving, well-intentioned things you're doing for your toddler every single day might be the exact reason they're not talking yet? What if the good parenting habits you saw on Pinterest, the ones your own mother swears by, are quietly teaching your child that they don't need to speak at all? Stick with me for the next 10 minutes because I promise you, at least one of these 5 things is happening in your house right now, and you had no idea it was hurting your child's speech. I've spent years studying speech and language development in toddlers, sitting on living room floors with hundreds of families, watching how kids actually learn to talk, not in a clinic under fluorescent lights, but in real homes, during real meals, real bath times, real meltdowns. And after all that time, I started noticing the same 5 patterns over and over again. Different families, different backgrounds, same 5 habits quietly slowing kids down. So today, I'm not going to guess. I'm going to walk you through exactly what the research says and, more importantly, exactly what to do instead. By the end of this video, you'll know the 5 most common speech delaying habits, the actual science behind why they matter, and the specific, doable steps to fix each one starting tonight. Stay until the end, because mistake number 4 is the one almost every single parent does without even realizing it, including, honestly, parents who are speech professionals themselves. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1. Treating screens like a harmless babysitter. Here's the first one, and it's probably the one you expected: screen time. But it's not just about how many minutes your toddler spends watching a screen directly. It's also about something most parents never even think about: background television. Researchers studying toddlers in homes with a TV on in the background, even when no one was actively watching it, found that parents talked to their children significantly less, and the quality of that talk dropped too. The TV essentially competes for your attention and your child's attention at the exact moment their brain needs live, responsive human interaction to build language. Here's why this matters biologically. Toddlers don't learn language from passive exposure. They learn it through what researchers call serve and return interaction. Your child does something, you respond, they respond back. A screen can't do that. It talks at your child, never with them. No matter how educational the show claims to be, it can't watch your child's face, notice what they're curious about, and adjust in real time the way you can. So here's what to actually do. Follow the basic guideline. No screens for children under 18 months except video calls with family, very limited and co-viewed screen time between 18 months and 2 years, and under an hour a day for ages 2 to 5, always with you next to them talking about what's happening. And turn off background TV completely during play and meals. Even if nobody's watching, your child's language environment is quieter than you think. But screens aren't even the sneakiest one on this list. The next mistake is something loving, attentive parents do constantly, and it might be the biggest one of all. Mistake number 2. Answering your child's needs before they ever ask. Picture this. Your toddler glances at the fridge. You already know they want a snack, so you get up and hand it to them before they even open their mouth. It feels like good parenting. You're attentive, you're responsive, you're meeting their needs. But here's the problem. You just removed every single reason your child had to communicate. Kids don't build language skills in a vacuum. They build them because they need something, and talking is the tool that gets it for them. When we anticipate every want before a child expresses it, handing over the cup, opening the snack, putting on the shoes without a word exchanged, we accidentally remove the motivation to use words, gestures, or even eye contact to request things. Speech-language researchers call this communicative temptation, and it's one of the most well-documented techniques for encouraging early talkers. Create a small gap where the child actually has to try. So here's what to do instead. Start pausing, just for a few seconds, before you jump in. Hold the snack up and wait with an expectant look on your face instead of just handing it over. Put a favorite toy somewhere slightly out of reach, so your child has to point, gesture, or vocalize for it. Offer choices instead of assuming. Do you want the apple or the banana? Because choices force a response, even if that response starts as pointing and grows into a word over time. You're not withholding love, you're creating opportunity. Be honest with me in the comments. Do you catch yourself doing this? Handing things over before your toddler even asks. You are not alone, I promise. Mistake number 3, not narrating your day out loud. This next one sounds almost too simple to matter, but the research behind it is enormous. Decades ago, researchers Hart and Risley tracked how much language children in different households were exposed to, and they found staggering differences. Children who heard rich, constant language from their caregivers were exposed to tens of millions more words by the time they turned 4 compared to children in quieter households. That gap became known as the word gap, and it has been linked directly to vocabulary size, reading ability, and yes, how early and how well a child learns to talk. The mistake here is silence. Many of us go through daily routines, folding laundry, making dinner, driving in the car, without saying a single word to our toddler because they can't hold a conversation yet anyway, right?
Wrong.
Your toddler is absorbing language constantly, whether or not they can respond. Every word you say while doing something is building the foundation they'll eventually speak from. Here's the fix, and it's genuinely simple. Narrate what you're doing like a sports commentator. I'm pouring the milk. The milk is cold. Now, I'm closing the fridge. When your toddler says a single word, expand it instead of just repeating it. If they say ball, you respond yes. Big red ball, you found it under the couch. This is called parallel talk and expansion, and it's one of the single most effective, free, science-backed tools you have. You don't need flashcards. You don't need an app. You need your own voice, used generously all day long. Now, this next mistake is the one I mentioned at the beginning, the one almost every parent makes, including some professionals. Keep watching, because this one might genuinely surprise you. Mistake number 4. Asking only yes or no questions and not waiting for an answer. Here's the trap. Parents of toddlers, out of love and habit, tend to ask a constant stream of yes or no questions. Do you want this? Are you okay? Is that fun? These questions feel like conversation, but they actually require almost no verbal effort from your child. A nod or a grunt satisfies them completely. Over time, your toddler learns that communication can happen without ever needing to form real words. There's fascinating research out of MIT that looked not just at how many words children heard, but at something called conversational turns, the actual back-and-forth exchanges between a parent and a child. Kids who experienced more of these true back-and-forth turns, even simple ones, showed stronger language development and more activity in the brain regions tied to language processing. It wasn't just about talking at a child. It was about talking with them and giving them the space to respond. The other half of this mistake is impatience. We ask a question and then, within a second or two, we answer it ourselves because the silence feels awkward. Toddlers need far more processing time than we assume, often 5 to 10 full seconds, to understand a question and form a response. If you jump in before that window closes, you're training your child to stay quiet and let you do the talking. So here's your fix. Swap yes or no questions for open-ended ones whenever you can. Not do you like the dog, but what does the dog say? Then, and this is the hard part, count silently to 10 in your head after you ask. Let the pause feel uncomfortable. Give your toddler the room to try, even if what comes out is just a sound or a gesture at first. That attempt is the beginning of a word. How many yes or no questions do you think you've asked your toddler just today? Drop your honest guess in the comments below. Mistake number 5. Letting the pacifier become a full-time resident in their mouth. Last one. And it's a sensitive topic for a lot of families, so let me say clearly. Pacifiers are not evil, and using one for sleep or comfort in the early months is completely fine. The issue is duration and constancy. When a pacifier stays in a toddler's mouth for hours at a time, all day, every day, during play, during meals, even during the moments you're trying to talk with them, it physically blocks the mouth movements your child needs to practice in order to form sounds and words. Speech and hearing organizations have long pointed to prolonged pacifier and thumb-sucking habits as a factor associated with delayed sound development and even changes to the shape of the mouth and bite over time, both of which can affect how clearly a child eventually speaks. Beyond the physical piece, there's a behavioral one too. A pacifier in the mouth all day quietly discourages babbling, vocal play, and imitation, all of which are the building blocks of first words. Here's the actionable fix. Start narrowing the pacifier down to specific times only, sleep and maybe car rides, rather than all-day use. Most speech professionals recommend weaning off the pacifier significantly by 12 to 18 months and fully by age 2, right in that critical window when word explosion typically happens. Replace the comfort function with something else during the day: a soft toy, a hand to hold, your voice. And make reading time completely pacifier-free. Reading aloud for even 15 to 20 minutes a day, pointing at and naming pictures, is one of the most powerful vocabulary boosters you have, but it only works if your toddler's mouth and attention are free to engage. Okay, you've made it through all 5. Now, let's bring it all together, because I want you to leave this video with a plan, not just information. Let's run through it one more time. Mistake number 1. Treating screens, including background TV, as harmless. Instead, protect those live interaction moments. Mistake number 2. Answering your toddler's needs before they ever have to ask. Instead, pause and create small moments where they have to reach for words. Mistake number 3. Going silent during your daily routines. Instead, narrate everything and expand on the words your child already uses. Mistake number 4. Only asking yes or no questions and not waiting long enough for a response. Instead, ask open-ended questions and count to 10 in your head before jumping in. And mistake number 5, letting the pacifier live in your toddler's mouth all day. Instead, limit it to sleep and car rides, and protect reading time completely. None of these require a single dollar spent or a single class taken. They require awareness, and now you have it. If even one of these habits felt familiar, that's not a failure on your part. That's just how normal, loving parenting can accidentally work against a skill that needs very specific conditions to grow. The good news is, toddler brains are remarkably adaptable. Small, consistent changes starting today can make a real difference. If this video helped you see something new about your own daily routine, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this reach more parents who need to hear it. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week I'm covering the 5 things that actually speed up toddler speech, and you won't want to miss it. But before you go, I want to hear from you. Which one of these 5 surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. And if you're currently worried about your toddler's speech, tell me their age and what you're noticing. I read every comment, and I promise, you are not alone in this. I'll see you in the next one.